Members of the community weighing in on Maine jail expansion plans in Sacramento County. It's just a controversial proposal that actually came to a halt last year over concerns about the cost of the project, a cost that's ballooned to almost $1 billion. Others, like members of Decarcerate Sacramento, have long had problems not just with the cost, but also the direction of the project, which we have been reporting on here at Fox 40. Inmate advocate Teddy Georgioff with me now live to talk about where some of that opposition stands now. Teddy, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Definitely. CGL Companies presented kind of its direction for its peer review of the Annex project to the public last night as supervisors try to get a handle on estimated costs. What were your impressions of where they say this review is going?
So they were still pretty hesitant to give any sort of conclusion on it because they're still halfway through their research. However, we should expect a report sometime at the end of October, and that'll be their first draft, and then we'll be able to review where their head is sort of sitting at that point.
One of the things that CGL was tasked with was looking at efficiencies and how the scope of it can be reduced and still comply with the Mays consent decree. Now, that's a court decision designed to ensure better medical and mental health treatment for inmates. The jail annex plan the county has been working on has had things like, a gym added into it. And that's not exactly anything that the Mays decree is really calling for, right?
That's absolutely correct. Yeah, the Mays decree is very specific in what it demands. There's actually 386 demands, depending on how you hash it up. And of those demands, a significant portion of them are around operational policy and giving proper mental and, as you said, physical health care to the inmates. New structure is not mentioned a single time. There might be some sort of aspects where people say, well, we need some more privacy and with HIPAA compliance, but we can facilitate that assuming that our operational policies are updated within the jail.
Okay, now what in your opinion, and perhaps the opinion of Decarcerate Sacramento, which you work with, might be a better way to address getting inmates the mental health help that they need when it comes to construction or renovation? Is there something that you would like to see?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this comes directly from the mental expert monitoring reports. So the court has appointed experts that give their recommendations. So it's not my opinion, it's actually theirs. And they cite that the primary reason for noncompliance is a lack of staff, a lack of proper staffing and procedures. And so it doesn't have actually anything to do with a new building. Construction is essentially not needed, yes.
Aside from the construction issues and whether or not they're needed, we know the funding apparatus of this project is also a concern of critics to this plan. For the least revenue bond needed to pay for this, the interest alone could be $50 million a year, and that's more than the county's entire homeless services budget, for example.
That's correct. In a time of deficit that we are in now, it's really important to just spend as little as possible on things like this, unless it's absolutely needed. This would cost taxpayers upwards of around $2.5 billion over 30 years. Supervisor Cerna wasn't joking when he said that the unborn citizens of Sacramento will be paying this for a long time. We just can't afford something like this without reducing the scope significantly, which we absolutely need to do, potentially to the point where there's not even expansion at all, which seems very likely given the necessities that we have under the Mays consent decree. If we don't extrapolate those out, just like you mentioned, adding new gym facilities, adding significant amount of locker rooms, then we should be able to save significant amount of money on this project.
Alrighty, now what's the next step that you would like to see here? I know you're going to be looking for when CGL puts out its peer review, but is there something that you would like to see the supervisors even do before that happens?
I think the supervisors are doing the right thing, right? Naughton Lewis came out with their proposal some time ago. This was clearly a bloated proposal. We advocated on behalf of reducing that scope and, again, potentially making it so it's possible a building doesn't even have to be done. We have now a third-party review. We hope that they will look at the evidence as it is. They'll look at the monitoring reports of the experts. They'll look at our current compliance with Mays, which is actually already fairly significant. We have around 63 compliance already. So there's only a remaining 140 out of those 386 demands left to satisfy. After we get their report, to look around again at the end of October, we'll take another glance at it, and I'm sure we'll convene with the supervisors and basically try to figure out what's the best way forward with this.
Alrighty, thank you so much for your insight this morning.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
We have reached out to the county for comment about last night's meeting and have yet to hear back.